Hey there, this is Greg, and thank you for stopping by. I wanted to talk to you about, you're a traveler or want to be a traveler, you're an expat, or you like to spend your time in different locations. Uh, I can completely understand that because that's exactly where I am in life. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, you see that one of my favorite places is the Philippines for a variety of different reasons. One, really cool people, unbelievably beautiful scenery when you get out of the city and get out into the province. Um, and I have a reason. I have a girl down in Mindanao that I like to see and spend time with, and we're making plans. But you know what I want to do is talk to those that want to travel and those that want to kind of live the expat lifestyle or the you know establish a new lifestyle for themselves, because you know what, life is too short to work 9 to 5 going in and day out and doing the same old. So and a lot of people that are watching this may be older and getting closer to retirement, but you might find your funds aren't actually up to speed and you need to generate some additional income, and I can completely understand that. Some of you might be millennials watching this and saying, you know what, I absolutely don't want to live the traditional way that is taught. Everybody learns that go to school, graduate, start working for a firm, do that for 30 years, get married along the way, get a house. I kind of followed that process for quite some time. But the breaks, a lot of things have happened in my life that changed the direction of what was happening, and I'm glad it did. Actually, during the time, some of it was very challenging, but at from a glass half full perspective, I can say that there's no other way I want to live than the way I'm living right now. So, I with the backdrop right now, you see a video I made when I was in El Nido, Palawan, one of my favorite places to go. It was the first vacation I took in like 5 years, and it was awesome. And that kind of solidified what I wanted to do, or at least how I wanted to live my life. And I hopefully you guys can relate to that. But anyway, let me just get to who I am and kind of explain what I've gone through. I think it will resonate with you, and you get a little insight on to who I am and what the hell I'm talking about. So let's go over to the slides. Let me show you. All right, so who I am and why listen to me. That picture was actually taken on one of the islands in El Nido. I love it, so I have that. As you noticed, if you're watching this video on YouTube, that is my channel picture. So, I was climbing the corporate ladder for 23 plus years. Discovered that my ladder was leaning on the wrong wall. Working hard to climb the corporate ladder and achieve success in that capacity. So what I did is while I was still working, I started my own company. I ended up, it took several months actually, but it started making a lot of money, and I hung on to it for about 5 years, and then I sold it. What I did, and I'll tell you a quick story. What I did is I paid off all my debt, and then took the other bit of money, which was substantial, was quite a bit, and put it in I can't remember if it was a Kia fund or a SEP fund, but I operated under an S corporation, and so for me to defer taxes on that, I had to at least pay myself $10,000 through payroll, which I did not do. So rightfully so, the IRS was unhappy with me and came after that money. So I had to write a big check. The interesting thing is I always, whenever I was doing these entrepreneurial things, I would always have a W-2, which means I always worked for somebody. Generally speaking, because I'm a big proponent of multiple streams of income. So no matter where they're coming from, the more you have, the safer you are. What kind of happened and transpired is I started realizing that I was unemployable, and so I really needed to go after my own business. So I contracted. I created another S corporation and created a. I created an environment and situation where I would contract with consultant firms and work on their projects as a consultant, but on a contractual basis. Uh, what happened is, which turned out to be really cool, but the funny thing was, so I got to travel like everywhere. I was in the Philippines and multiple different locations around Manila, around Cebu. I was in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for over a year. I was in Mumbai, India for over a year. I was in Sao Paulo, Brazil, not quite a year because they have some certain rules regarding their visas. If you're working there, you have to. I think you can't work consecutively after 180 days. But I got to see what the world had to offer and got to experience, what is out there. And I just realized, you know what, it just really solidified the direction that I wanted to go in. I got back, and so when I'm traveling, my schedule would normally be 4 weeks gone and 1 week home. But sometimes those 4 weeks would turn into 5, 6, 7, or 8 weeks gone, and then 1 week go home. 1 week come home, excuse me. Well, it put a lot of strain on my marriage, and the funny thing was, is when I was gone, they'd pay the consultant firm that I contracted with would pay me to go anywhere I wanted to go, and I always wanted to come home. But then the stress on the marriage, we ended up getting divorced. Make a long story short, and so my shift was spending time with my kids and doing different things like that. But I have been working on transforming my life and doing different things by building my business using. There's a lot of free tools out there. There's a lot of tools that, the barrier to market is, it's so easy to get online and to get out there and to start making money. And of course, all depends on what you're trying to do and how much money you're trying to do and the quality of service that you offer. There's a lot of variables, but with technology the way it is, it's so much easier. So I discovered that I wanted to use my online businesses, and I'm in a few niche markets because, it makes sense. Going back to my whole multiple streams of income, I'd rather make money from this website, money from this website, money from this website, rather than money from all one particular online real estate, if that makes sense. So my goal was to figure out a way I could fund my travel and my lifestyle. So what does this mean for you? Well, I want you to live your life on your terms. That's what I've been going after, and life has been so much better. It has been more challenging, but I'm able to identify those challenges and coming up with solutions. But you have to determine what your destination is and what you want in life. Here's a great picture of me and my two daughters, and my oldest one on the far right, the blonde one, she's graduating this month, which is pretty cool. Well, not this month, but in May. So very soon she's going to be graduating. But this picture was taken a year or two ago. This is me just having a good old time, snorkeling in the islands. I just love to do that, and I just love to travel and experience. It's just so cool to be able to go different places, meet people, hang out with different people, learn the culture, try the food out, enjoy all of that. So, there we go. Sorry. This is me and my daughter. We went to North Carolina. I've got a lot of family that lives there, and they live right on the water. And we're just enjoying out there, just running on the wave runner. We had a great time. Here's my daughter playing volleyball. She's getting pretty good, and it's fun. It's always fun to go watch her. She's got a pretty incredible vertical jump, and it's always fun to see her go up and spike the ball or try to block it. But obviously, I'm a very proud dad. And this is one of my favorite shots of all time. This is one of the island hopping tours that we took. But if you notice, it's just not crowded. It's just a different lifestyle. It's peaceful. It's an environment that is just, quite frankly, so much better than for me than being in the United States, working day in and day out and killing myself to make an impact. So the question I have is, who are you and what do you want? So this video is going out to expats. It's going out to people that want to travel and spend time in different and get themselves immersed in different cultures. But you may be a millennial or you may be a baby boomer. No matter where you are, the common denominator is you need money to fund it. So what I want to show you is that there is a better life than living that 9 to 5 and working at a computer. I'd rather work on a laptop that's sitting on my lap, drinking a frou-frou drink in an exotic environment, and being able to spend the time with the people that matter most to me. But how do you do that, right? So the big question is, how do you do that? It's really not as complicated as you may think. You just have to take action. You have to get started. You have to learn. You have to take action. And that's ultimately what this video is about, is you need to start something that you are passionate about and then monetizing it. So, if you noticed on YouTube, there's a lot of like travel vlogs or other types of vlogs that are getting a lot of momentum and are doing really well, have a lot of subscribers. Well, that's a different way to make money. And a lot of people are able to fund their fun. In fact, I actually have a webinar that I'm hosting that I urge you to watch and join. But I go through some case studies of what some YouTubers are doing and how they're monetizing their channel, and how they're making money online and living the lifestyle they want. So, and then I also share a little bit more detail of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna if you look below, I'm gonna post the link to that within the video, and it will also be in the notes below the video if that's something that you're interested in doing. But it's only I think it's like 35-40 minutes long. Each time I run it, it can be shorter, it can be longer, all depends. But it's worth checking out and see what others are doing. It's awesome to see and learn what other people are doing, because it's going to spark ideas for you. If that's if the lifestyle you want to live is traveling and experiencing things, then you need a way to fund it. And so I share with you how people are funding. So anyway, check out that link and make sure that if that's something you want to do, register for that webinar and join it and check it out. So let me show you a few examples. I'm going to show you my personal website, which is gregmears.com, and show you some of the things I'm doing, because I have some products that I have that you might be saying, okay, well, Greg, I don't know what to do. Well, I have some resources and tools that show you what some ideas of what you can do. And then there's an option to kind of test out those ideas with your own product. And what you can do is you can get resale rights to some of the products that I have, and brand them yourself, and share those products on your YouTube channel or on some of the things that you're doing, and start slowly making some money and get to a point where you're actually generating enough income that you can do the things you want to do. So let's go over to my personal website, and I'll show you that now. Thanks. All right, so here is my website, and I'm actually testing out a new idea. And so my background is I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur. That's what I'm branding myself as, and that's what I aspire to live to. So I'm online using online tools and resources to generate income. But I'm also into leadership. I've noticed I've been in a BPO industry a long time, which is business process outsourcing, and that's how I got familiar with the Philippines and in India and traveled to different places. And I found that there's a big lack of know-how when it comes to leadership and helping driving performance. So I tried to combine all this stuff onto one site. I don't know if that's going to work, but hey, I'm giving it a try. So if you go to this is my homepage. It's gregmears.com. The link's also down in the thing. If you noticed here, you can actually register for that webinar that I was talking about. But I go into different things. But this is kind of funny. I built this website myself, and I'm pretty proud of it. So it looks pretty cool. So I have a short message on here and kind of explaining what I'm doing. Give the ability to share. I think this is a pretty cool. This is a new homepage. I've only have 7 shares. So if you want to support and you like what I'm talking about and you think, come on over here and share it. Let's help each other out. So then what I did is I created a platform to go to my different things that I'm interested in. So, I talk about, BPOs and call centers. I talk about leadership. I talk about entrepreneurial resources and automation, and, talk about living life on your terms. So let's go here. I want to show you, you know what? Let me actually go to the page. So you can opt in, and let me see. Here we go. So each box allows you to opt in. This, I don't know, you recognize this picture? This is one of the pictures that I just love because it encapsulates the beauty and the tranquility of Palawan and living that lifestyle that you want. So on here, I want to share with you the different tools I have. So I have a variety of different things. I'll teach you how to build a profitable blueprint funnels, how to use Google Hangouts, how to use retargeting in your system. I'm getting ready to release smart video sales letters, lead magnet blueprint. I've got, if you see, different categories for here, but pretty much 99% of all my resources have resale rights. So if there's something and the price to get involved is very low. So not only could you identify something that you want to get better in and help you in your business online, but you can also get that product and resell that to others and keep 100% of the profit, which I think is pretty cool. So I've got solo ad success, Instagram for business. I'm getting ready to roll out a hashtag traffic, LinkedIn marketing, and YouTube marketing, and Pinterest marketing. Now, these are all tools that I'm going to have, and by the time when you come here, you may see these new products rolled out. But they're all pretty cool. One of the things that I also involved in is so I create my own funnels, which if you end up deciding that there's a particular product that you want to learn about, and you decide to pick up the resale rights, then you get all the files and tools to go ahead and set up your own product, and I help you walk you through that whole process. But one of the other tools I use is online education, and it's a sales funnel process that educates people on how to go about achieving success online, shows you really good tactics, and provides you really good information. Well, these are the systems that I'm talking about. So, the folks that actually put this together are neighbors of mine. They don't live too far from me. This particular product right here, the Ultimate Retirement Breakthrough, is for us older folks that have been risk takers in the past, and you know what? We're still players in the market, and we still want to be relevant. So if you want to create cash flow, then this is something. Create cash flow to augment your retirement plans. So this is something that you might want to look into. This no cost income stream. This is something that I've developed with a partner it's like over 89 videos on 5 different income streams that you can use to make money online. Really cool. And I give a discount actually on that webinar I'm talking about before. So anyway, so there's a lot of good things on here. A lot of stuff's work in progress, but you'll see push notifications. I use that. Instant articles. This is something that I have software that helps me promote on Facebook using instant articles, which is something that's relatively new that Facebook is rolling out for the top content marketing publishers. Something that you want to look for. And then I have some of the tools that I use. In fact, this site was built with a Thrive theme and using the plugins. But then I also have like a ton of videos on how to do WordPress, how to set up WordPress properly. So anyway, I spent a lot of time on this, and hopefully this gives you some insight and maybe some ideas to get started. But you can definitely find a way to fund and take more trips. So I'm listening to videos because I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and I watch a lot of expats and folks that are going to the Philippines, or they have a girlfriend or wife in the Philippines, but they have to stay here because their jobs are here and they have to make money. So they're limited to one trip a year for a month, or maybe 2, and if they're lucky, 4. But doesn't it make sense that you create an environment for yourself where you can live anywhere you want? You can travel back and forth whenever you want to, and that's my whole thought process on living the life on my terms. So hopefully this video has been valuable to you. Please like, comment, and share. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. And so, as I mentioned, my channel is very eclectic. I talk about, things in my life. I talk about my travel. I talk about the BPO industry and call centers and leadership development. But, I love the most talking about being a lifestyle entrepreneur and really living the life that you want to do. So, the first steps or your next step, I would say, is after you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment and like it, you sign up for that webinar. And here's the link right here. So hopefully I didn't bore you. Hopefully this wasn't too long. I hope you're having an awesome day. And let's do something. Let's make sure we support each other on YouTube and in our endeavors. So with that being said, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.